Hi, I'm Bobby C. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to RVs or thinking about buying an RV, this channel might be for you. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you like what you see. If you have a Jayco Melbourne like I do, and it's time to winterize it, then this video is for you. You know, the winterizing process can be intimidating, especially if you're new to RVs. So I know it was for me. When we first bought this RV, we bought it in North Carolina. I live in Pennsylvania. We went to Florida, enjoyed some nice winter camping down there. On the way back, we had to stop again at camp somewhere in the south, maybe North Carolina, I don't remember, and winterize the RV at that time, which I had not done before, brand new RV. So if you've ever been in this situation, you know what I'm talking about. But you know, we did it. I was doing everything wrong, and at first I was lucky enough to contact the dealer, and kind of got me straightened out. But you know, that's the way it is for new folks. So with this video, what we want to do is try to show you how to properly winterize using antifreeze. It's what I use. Some people blow out their lines. If you do that, be careful with your pressure so you don't do any damage to your lines. But after doing this a few times, I've got a sequence, and if you follow that sequence in order, things should go well. So hopefully they will. So let's get started. Okay, I have a 2017 Melbourne 24L on a Mercedes Sprinter chassis. So what we're going to do is step number one actually should have been, you emptied your waste tanks, your black and your gray, you flushed it, you know, properly, so you're ready for spring. But now we're ready to winterize, so we're going to go to the low point drains, open those valves, and empty our freshwater tanks and water lines. Okay, we're in the utility compartment now, as you can see, and I'm showing you in the back right corner there are 4 valves which are your low point drain valves. What you want to do is to open up all those valves as so. And just drain your water off. So that'll take a while. As you can see, it all drains below. So give your unit some time to drain that. Okay, we're waiting for the lines to drain. After they drain, we'll move on to the next step, which will be to remove any water filter that you may have. On these models, there's an interior or a water filter cartridge in this utility bay that we're going to remove. So we'll be doing that next. We want to drain the water out first. Don't want to get splashed. Inside the RV, while we're draining the lines, it's a good idea to just open your faucets. Kitchen, bathroom, in the shower, just to facilitate the draining. We've installed a Nautilus shower door, which is pretty cool, as a replacement for our glass shower doors. Like it a lot so far. Okay, you also want to remember to open up your outside valves for hot and cold for your outside shower so that it drains also. One last thing, don't forget to close all your valves that you just opened before going to the next step. Okay, the next step is going to be to remove the water filter from this water filter cartridge holder, which is in the left rear of the utility bay. You'll be using this wrench to assist in removing it. You want to rotate it counterclockwise to remove. There will be water inside, so you're going to get splashed a little. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to empty the water heater. So once you open the cover, the first thing you want to do is to open the pressure relief valve. There's nothing coming out. We have already drained the water, so most of the water is out of the lines. And then you have your plug, which must be removed here. It's a plastic plug, comes with it. It's important that you use plastic and not other types of metal. You should have a spare plug because you never know. I purchased this wrench on, I think it was Camping World. It was the only thing I could find that allows you to get in here and really get that plug off. I haven't found a socket or anything that works well, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the plug out now. So I'll shut down. We'll get a look when the plug is out. When the plug is out, you want to store it right here. Close the lid. You won't have any issues with that. You won't lose it. As you can see, once you get the drain plug out of the water heater, you will have quite a flow. It's whatever is in that water heater. Okay, we're inside the RV now, and right beneath the refrigerator there is a vent, and we're going to remove that. Behind that vent are the bypass valves that we will turn so that no antifreeze runs through the water heater. Try to show you that as best I can. Okay, I want to show this to you. We removed the vent. These are the bypass valves. There's 1, 2, and you can see if there's a third one here. You want to turn them in the opposite direction that they're currently facing. So what you're doing is you're bypassing any flow of water, or antifreeze in this case, to the water heater. So there you go. That's simple. Okay, we're back in the utility bay now. So you're going to, in the top where you do your water fill and everything, is where you're going to do your sanitizing. Now if you look over to my settings, your settings should be on 2 and 4 when you're going to either sanitize or winterize your lines. And I put another label there to remind myself that's for winterizing. So we're going to change those. Actually, before we do that, we're going to remove this washer. Now, what I wanted to show you was, I don't know how well you can see it, but this washer has a conical shape to it, the inverted screen, and that screen is because there is a check valve inside this inlet. So when I first tried to winterize my RV, the RV tech had flipped it around so the check valve wasn't depressed and it would not suck up any antifreeze. So you want to make sure that it's always, your screen is always pointing inward, and make sure that is properly seated there. Okay. This is the hose that you got with your Melbourne, and that's what we're going to screw in to the inlet and then dump the other end into the RV to suck it up. So again, now settings should be on 2 and 4. So we're going to go ahead and set those on 2 and 4. The other thing is you want to make sure at this point that you do close those low point drain valves. So I'm doing that right now. Okay, and now you're ready to connect, so be there in a minute. We're ready to begin siphoning in the antifreeze. A couple of things that I found to be helpful in this process after doing it a few times is, I think it's always best to plug into shore power. You're going to use your water pump to siphon this in. Seems to have a little bit more pressure when you're plugged into shore power. The other thing is, it's recommended that you put it on some sort of a platform, you know, a couple of feet off the ground. So I do that and it seems to work better. So we're going to go ahead and give it a go now. Okay, here goes. And turn on the water pump. And as you can see, it is siphoning up the antifreeze. Seems to be going pretty good. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. It's never gone this smooth for me, so it should take about a whole gallon. Okay, on that last segment, I just wanted to mention that if you're having trouble siphoning up the antifreeze out of the antifreeze jug, one of the things that can help is to one at a time turn those low point drain valves on and off, and it seems to sort of accelerate the suction process. But wow, that's the best it's ever gone for me, to be honest with you. It's actually better if you have a helper with this part, but it actually is taking more than a gallon and a little bit more. I was getting a lot of air out of the line, so I put the second gallon on, started sucking it up, and now I can turn the water pump on, and I'm going to get the pink stuff, as you can see. So that looks pretty solid, and we'll try in here. I've already tried the shower and this, but just to show you. So we're good to go here. I do want to run it through the outside shower. You got to do that too to make sure you're all the way through the system, but I think we're pretty good. Back in a minute. Okay, we're done. Actually, all that's left to do is you have some of the pink stuff in the sinks and the shower. You will want to wipe those down so it doesn't stain. But outside of that, your winterize, you're good to go until spring and next camping season. So it wasn't too bad. You know, I actually ended up using 2 gallons. It sucked it up. So following the procedure and the sequence that I did, I really evacuated all the water from the lines. So that's what it took. It took 2 gallons. So make sure you have that on hand, and that leaves you enough to put some in the traps as well. And happy camping. See you next spring.